Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Tuesday, May 13th of 2025. So I'm going to do my cleaning. Now I've decided for this week, I'm going to kind of change up the next couple of days of cleaning just because I really got to get my basement done this week. So I've got my Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday cleaning. So I kind of want to flip a few things around. So my general Tuesday cleaning is the bathrooms, master bedroom, my walk-in closet, and doing any laundry. And because I'm doing laundry, it's why I kind of put my walk-in closet with that. And then Wednesday cleaning is the living room, the pantry, and then again washing any blankets or anything. And then Thursday cleaning, I have the laundry room, the utility room, and the main area of the basement. So I told my husband I would have the basement done last week. I'm nowhere near where I thought I would be. It's just taking a lot longer to get down there and work on things. I just kind of, I don't know, I go down there, I see how it looks, and I just don't have the motivation some days just to do anything down there. So I'm changing. I said, listen, the next couple days cleaning. So today I'm gonna do the bathrooms, the master bedroom, and the living room. So I'm kind of get the rest of the main part done, and then I will see. And I said, then what's left is the basement items. So it's the walk-in closet and the pantry. Both of those I can hardly even get in because I've got the rest of the stuff in the basement is kind of pushed right up against that little area there. And like I said, so Thursday I do have my set for cleaning my basement. So I figure if I can get Tuesday and Wednesday's cleaning done now, and then I can really just focus on cleaning the basement, except be the pantry, my walk-in closet. I mean, I'll say I've been doing laundry, but my laundry right now is not hanging up. Everything has been washed and folded, but it's just sitting on the floor because I can't really get in there at the moment. And then my pantry, I had it all nice and cleared out, but I moved a whole bunch of items into the pantry just to get out of my way, like a lot of the vases and lamps and just other glass dishes and things I just needed to move out of my way. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to say my bathroom is pretty clean. So I guess I'll start with the master bedroom because I can get some laundry done first. I'm just seeing what I want to start with. Do I want to start with the living room or the master bedroom? I think I'm going to start with the master bedroom. So, I'll do the master bedroom, the living room, and I guess my bathroom. Although it was just done, it doesn't need. I mean, like I clean the bathroom like every few days. I don't always film myself cleaning my house, but so I guess I will head to the master bedroom. Right, while walking to the master bedroom, I realized I gotta kind of pick up my kitchen. I'm one of those people who, when I walk past things, I'll try to clean. So we had supper really late last night, so the dishes were washed, just not put away. So I'll have to put my sink of clean dishes to put away, but I'll come back to that. So now I'll just head to the master bedroom here. Just moving the gate out of my way. All right, so I'm gonna do all the bedding. So my son was here over the weekend. We let him use this bed. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do is just take all the bedding and get that washed. And I've got laundry, and then I've got to deal with, I've got coats and purses sitting here as well that I was using. Just have to get taken back downstairs as well. So that's what I will do. I'm just gonna quickly strip the bed and start doing laundry. So I got the blankets and pillowcases and sheets, everything off the bed, taken our laundry down to the basement, and then I did move the coat rack back over to this corner. This is where I want it to sit. I did take some of my extra purses and coats downstairs as well. And I also straightened up my little shoe rack over here. I just straightened up the shoes. I've moved the extra hangers. And then I had my Star Wars backpack sitting out. I decided I'm going to take them back downstairs as well. I don't need them, cluttering up my room. They're okay for the first, few days into May, but I don't need them right now. So my room is done. I just have to do a good vacuum and a mop. So I will get to that in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to head downstairs and put the laundry in the machine. Right, so I'm just down here in the laundry room, dropping things that aren't mine. Yeah, so I brought my laundry down, my husband's laundry, and our bedding. So I'm going to just throw my clothes in the washer first. I don't have too much items, but I might as well get my stuff started first, just because it's just a small load and I can do a quick wash. I don't think too much of this stuff is really like dirty. I'm just going to find a couple. That's a brand new shirt. And this. These were my 3 brand new shirts. I just and sometimes I'll even button up my jeans. Don't always, but I do that if I'm checking the pockets. And this dress too. That's when I don't know if it has any special washing instructions on it, so I'll have to read that. And then doing socks, I always make sure my socks are always unrolled, and just kind of some bits of fluffy stuff here stuck to this sock. As I find if the socks are rolled up in a bunch like this, they don't get cleaned as good as if they are open. I also do this so I can count to make sure I'm putting in a full pair of sock, because sometimes when just the one sock is rolled up like this, it can look like it's a pair and it might just be a single sock. So no, those are all paired socks. Okay, so this laundry basket, just going to check this label of this dress. Machine wash, cold, light colors. Okay, I can go in here. It is these ones here. So let's see. Machine wash, warm, do not bleach, tumble dry and low, don't iron, and do not dry clean. So I'm going to flip these ones inside out. Let's see, is this one the same one? Yeah. We've got the same rules. I am doing a mix. Like, I don't really sort whites and darks unless it is really like a real white. Otherwise, I don't know. I find it just so much easier. So my laundry. This has got the same instructions. Warm water, light colors. Turning inside out. That might help protect the picture from cracking. I've never had any luck with that. They always seem to crack anyways. So I'm doing a mix of, is it like a medium kind of a wash? I do have this one white t-shirt. I have a second white t-shirt. I got 2 white t-shirts I'm going to throw in here. But, most of my clothes are just well-worn clothes. And I'm going to turn it to a speed cycle. I'm turning my temperature down to 1 above tap cold, just because I don't need hot water when doing this load. So I'm going to grab some of my soap here. So it's just going to be like a 15-minute. Yeah, my soil level is light. And I have my spin on extra high. I like to keep the spin on like high or extra high just because it helps get rid of a lot of the water, moisture stuff out of the clothes. Then it takes half the time to dry. If you put soaking wet clothes from the washer into the dryer, it takes longer to dry and it's harder on the machines. So I like to do a high or extra high spin cycle. So 15 minutes for this load to be done. And then I can get the bedding done. I think I'm stepping on something. Yeah, so I think I'm done down here. So I'll go back upstairs and I guess the living room. There's not really a lot in the living room that needs to be done, but I went and grabbed this black fabric bin from my bedroom. I've got my side table there, and I'm just going to empty everything into here. Then I can sort it out later. I'm going to unplug my charger. I do that sometimes. I'll leave my chargers plugged in, and then I'll forget where they are, what outlet. I'm just going to throw everything in this bin because this is just so much random stuff in here. That one's cleared out. I'm just going to see what's in here because there is extra stuff in this one as well. And stuff I know does not need to be in the Kleenex box. Just going to dump all that out. Does this go to those? Yes, this goes to the candles that are in the kitchen, so that can stay there. Got my animals. I do not need all these pens sitting there. I'm just going to leave one. These, I don't know if any of these pens work, so there's no point in having them there. So I actually filled this tub with stuff from that little cabinet over there. The little pen. So I got some makeup sitting here. Got a razor blade thing sitting here. Don't need those sitting there. Just put them in there. These I need to keep out. Set these right here. This little tool. Got some little candies. Candies in the candy dish. That's probably the best place for candies is in the candy dish, not just loose beside the dish. I have one of these little pins for the cell phones. I'm going to put that in my little container there. My Bible has to go back to my room, so I'll just put it in that box. This is the stuff I got for Mother's Day. Kind of needs to get put away, but I'm just going to leave this stuff sitting here. Let's see. So this way, this way. Anything that does not belong in this room, I'm just going to stick in this box for now. Okay. And these papers here belong to my daughter. They can stay there for now. So they're not taking up any room, just sitting there. Got a cookbook. It's the Minecraft cookbook because my daughter was going to make something with her friends. They never had a chance yet. So I'm just going to leave this in the kitchen. I'm just going to put it on the kitchen table and let her decide if her and her friends are going to use it this weekend or not. Either way, I've got, I'll probably just end up taking it upstairs and putting on the bookshelf upstairs. There's my agenda. These things I need this week and next week. It's important papers. Set those there. Okay, so I guess I can vacuum my living room floor already. Wasn't too much. Like I said, there wasn't really a lot to pick up. Well, I've got library books I have to take back to the library tonight. So I'm just gonna put these, this one and this one I'll take back. This one I haven't read yet, so this one I'll keep up here. These ones I gotta take back tonight, so I'm just gonna put them by my front door. So I read those ones this week, so I can take them back tonight when I go pick up my daughter after school and take her to work. Move the cat's things. We have this little step stool sitting out because we thought the cats were having trouble jumping on their table and they're not using it. So I'm just going to put this back down into the basement. I'm just going to move the cat beds and the cat scratching post and grab the vacuum, and I'm just going to start vacuuming. So I'll be back in just a few moments. Oh, okay. I guess it's recording. I didn't even press anything. I decided to sweep first, just because it's hard to get the vacuum right into the corners. Also, the amount of pet hair and pet food that's under the table where the cats eat. So I'm just gonna, then I'll pull out the furniture and I'm just gonna start. So I'm just gonna start over in this corner and I'm just gonna work my way around the room that way. I usually work my way, start in one spot and work my way around in a circle. So I just thought I would start over in this corner today just because I was stepping on a lot of cat food bits. And to be honest, I'm not getting a lot of stuff on the floor that I thought I normally get, like a lot of pet hair. I don't know why. Maybe if as I move out the other pieces of furniture, maybe I'll find more clumps of pet hair like I usually find. But no, I'm not really finding much today. I'm going to say I am actually surprised there is nothing under my coffee table. I did clean, like I said, last week, but I always find bits of things under my coffee table, and I am finding nothing. Now, it doesn't mean there isn't anything caught on the legs, or when I pull the coffee table back that I didn't push everything that way, but I'm surprised. I'm not finding, much of anything. Pull this out. This basket with some blankets on it. And again, I'm not finding like clumps of pet hair. Like there's a little bit, but I'll say it's definitely not the amount that I usually find when pulling furniture out. I'm not complaining that I don't find any pet hair. I'm just surprised. That's all. Just because that's why I like to sweep first, is because the amount of pet hair usually clogs up my little vacuum. And I'm just not seeing anything. Eleanor, come here. Over here. I gotta move the couch. Good baby. Up. No. Pull up the couch. And there's like, you can come up now. I'll show, like, there is nothing under or behind my couch. Let's see. Go here. I'll just sweep what little bits of stuff there is. And I'll say we are like 99% done with the renovations in the house too. So that might be part of it. It's just no extra drywall or sawdust powder on everything. But I'm surprised with the pet hair. Okay, well, now that it's all in one pile here on the floor, I do see a good pile of pet hair, but it's not the amount that I usually have. It's just as small. It's like probably about a quarter or a third of what I swept up yesterday just out of my kitchen. So I'll see what happens when I sweep behind this door where we're now putting our dog's food and water here. And when I sweep around under the computer desk. But yeah, so now I'm just going to grab my mop and I'm going to mop this, move all this furniture back, take the blankets off and get them ready to get washed. And when I get all my living room all put back, I'll be back. Right, I've now got my living room put back together. I've got the floors vacuumed and steam mopped. The bedding is, half of it's in the washer, other half will be the next load. So it looks like I'm doing 3 loads of bedding today. So I've got my first load of clothes is in the dryer. I've got this first, oh, my clothes are in the dryer. I have my first load of bedding in the washer. So now I'm just gonna see what else I can do. I'm gonna, out here is done. I've got where the cats are. Cats' food, water, and their beds all nicely done. I had the vacuum out, so I even vacuumed the cats' beds quickly. They do need a good scrubbing. Even the cat post, it needs a good scrubbing. Just lots of pet hair stuck to that. It's got little bits of, their wet cat food is stuck because, we feed them up there. So I got that done. And again, I'm going to say there was like not a lot of pet hair in my living room. So I thought that was good. And then I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but we moved the dog's food and water in here instead of in the front entrance because she started guarding her food and water. Shortly after we got her this new pet bowl stand, and then she wouldn't let the cats get past to get to the litter box. So we moved her dishes here for now. We'll just see how that works. She still lays here and guards her food and doesn't let the cats pass, but it's a little bit different. It's, I'm usually right here and I can see her doing that, so I can get her to move. And then I did get my clean dishes put away, and I did wipe my counters off quickly. So my kitchen, of course, is good. Just like I said, supper late. Dishes were done, so they were just needed to get put away. So in my room, I'm just going to grab the vacuum and the steam mop and do my floors. And I'm also just going to go through this bin of stuff really quickly. There's not a lot in here. I'm just going to do this. Yeah, I'll say there's not a lot. Oops, if I can get my stand to stay. Not a lot of stuff in here. I've got some receipts, calendars. I'll just put my calendars there. I've got a bunch of personal papers. I'll make a pile for receipts, a pile for personal papers, and then I've got books, so receipts, books and journaling stuff. More books. I'm just going to set my books on the bed. Now that's laundry stuff, hair, makeup, craft items. That goes in makeup, receipt. Oh, that's Bible stuff. Books, receipt. Oh, I gotta call this number. Coupon. What is this? Oh, I gotta. So receipts. That's an important number I need on that one too. So receipts, personal information. I know what that is. That's for video game characters I was creating. Receipts, banking information, so that's personal. That's craft items. These are books. Okay, cough drops, Kleenex. They'll go in the hall closet. And I've got a tape measure, painter's tape, so that will go in the crafting stuff. Another book, pencil case. Well, I got all these pens, these loose pens sitting here. I might as well stick, oops, get things untangled. Stick the loose pens in here. And I've got some mints. And that's another coupon. Did it expire? No, it's still good. I got some change. I got a few little broken things, some crafting stuff, and more receipts, and just stick these little things in there. I've got my little D&D dice. Haven't seen these for a few years, but I found my little D&D dice in a little leather pouch. And they are made out of opal, and that is my birthstone. Just don't want to lose these. I found them cleaning the basement, so I stuck them, brought them up here. I'm going to stick them in my drawer over there. So now this is empty, so I'm going to put this under my nightstand, but I'm going to put all my books in here because these are books that I'm reading, or these are my books for going through with the Bible, different ones. Leave those here. These are just novels. I'll take the novels upstairs. I recently bought these ones from Chapters one day when I was with my daughter. So this one is called The Queen's Thieves, 3 Words for Goodbye, and The Other Windsor Girl. So these are all set place in like end of World War II, during, just before World War II and just after World War II. So I kind of seem to be in this World War II kind of phase for novels, and I got these at Chapters. Yeah, they're indigo. They were in the clearance thing for $6 each. This one doesn't have the price, but it was $6. But then they were also 3 for $10. So for $10, I got these 3 books. These are personal papers. I can just leave them in this bin for now. That's just a comic book thing. So, well, she becomes Wonder Woman. That's Diana. Okay, these are just my notebooks that I was working in. They can just stay in here. These are coupons. I got to put those in my purse. And these pens can just go in here. Another notebook. I guess this can just go in there for now too. Okay. These are craft items. These go into the hall closet. I'm just going to divide that quickly. Well, what this goes to is not plugged in, but I'm just going to stick it in there. These are just jars of mints. I'll stick that there. Oh, that's empty. That's garbage. Okay. Those things will go in the hall closet. I'm just going to quickly go through these receipts. Just see if there's anything important. I doubt it. I don't think I'd find, like, oops, there's another coupon for another coupon. I'm just double checking because I do have a couple receipts that I have to keep for tax purposes. The pharmacy ones. These all are like Dollarama, Dollar Tree, Save on Foods, Marshalls, and Walmart. So these are all garbage receipts. So I'm just going to stick these books in here too. These have to go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. So I've made myself an office. So yeah, I'm just going to put these few things away, vacuum and mop this room, and I will be back shortly. Right, so it's only about 9:40. I've got my master bedroom all done. The living room is all done. Okay, so I just got the laundry in the wash and dryer. It's going to take a couple hours to do that, but I'm basically done everything I needed to get done this morning. But I will show the basement just once. Yeah, I'll do that. So my bedroom floor's been vacuumed and steam mopped, so it looks good. Just have to wait for the bedding to be done. Then I can make my bed. Then I will just down here to see how much time is left on the washer and dryer. And I'm just gonna, I can kind of get in there, but I can't fully open the closet where my clothes are. And even right now that the hose is tangled under this stuff, so it's hard to keep the pantry door open too. But yeah, down here, this hole under the stairs. These are all empty bags, empty boxes. There is a bookshelf under there as well that's emptied off. So all this stuff that's sitting up here loose, this was all the bedding from the hall closet. And then this is the rest of my basement. And like I said, it does look bad. This is what I'm going to work on the next 2 days. But there is a table under there. So if you know where how the height of the table is, there's just this bedding. I just threw some bedding on top of the table and it's just kind of falling off the table. So it's not that, it looks bad, but it's not really that bad. There's not a lot of stuff over there. But this was the area that I had fully cleared out. I'm just going to walk into the laundry room and just see, like 35 minutes and 31 minutes. And then that's 2 more loads of bedding. So that's my laundry, and that's the first load of bedding. So like I said, it's going to take a couple hours to get the bedding done. Just going to stir so it's not so loud. So I guess, yeah, I'm basically done for today down what I was doing. So the master bedroom and the living room are completely done. I'm working on the laundry right now. So I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channel and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.